Okay, well, moving on to our celebrity spotlight. I know you guys have been waiting for this one. And listen, today we would be hanging out with one of Nigerian's best acts. Once a singer, always an actor, an amazing voiceover artist, Segun Arinze. Hey, let's take a peep on how it all went down.
Today on Celebrity Spotlight, we're going to be looking at talking with a man who has shaped television, who has shaped movies, someone who I'm sure you grew up watching. I grew up watching him. Some of us know him as Black Arrow, and I'm talking about the person then, Segun Arinze.
Thank you. Nice to be on your show.
It's a privilege.
But I want to correct that impression. I didn't shape anything, though. The industry shaped me.
You shaped the lives of so many people, I must say.
I wouldn't know about that. Well, I know that the industry shaped me. Maybe, just maybe I inspired some people, but for the industry, a whole lot of us who started out. There was an industry before we got it, but we just took it to another level, and the next generation are taking it to the next level.
Now, it's you're almost 6 decades on Earth, from my research. What would it be for you? What has been that thing that stood out for you through your journey?
Oh, God. I owe everything to him. Nobody takes the credit. I owe everything to him for shaping me, for giving me the opportunity to use my talent, for also blessing me with talent. So it's him. Maybe the next thing I would say would be consistency. That I try as much as possible to be very consistent with what I do, and anything I put my mind on, I focus on, I make sure I achieve it. So, yeah, that.
And that leads me to the next question of the way you've diversified from being a singer to an actor, and then a voiceover artist. How have you been able to pull all this together and still give your best at every point in time?
Well, that's why I was saying I like being consistent in anything that I do. And when I put my mind to it, I focus on it. I trained as an actor. And so you do know, one of the trainings as an actor is you're going to have to learn all those things. We do things like voice, diction, speech, and all that. You get to learn a lot of things. Now, it now depends on you what you want to do with that training. Do you want to go further? Because I know a lot of people who actually read dramatic art or theater art or whatever you call them, and are not practicing. Some of them are in the banks. Some of them gone ahead to do second degree as lawyers or engineers and all that. So they begin to find their forte. Some of them might just be the parents, they just get me a degree and they just got it and say, okay, here, take. I'm going off to do what I have to do. So it all depends on you. You have to be very intentional with what you want to do with yourself. And so I'm grateful to God that I've been able to at least get to that level and be very, very intentional with what I want to do. And that's a voice, singing, acting, doing PR work, doing everything. And for me, every day is a learning process.
So what's been that most emotional role you've had to be part of?
Emotional?
The most emotional role you've had to act.
The way they almost typecast me in the industry, making me almost wanted to ruin that. And I had to come to that realization that, hey, I'm an actor, I'm trained for this, built for this. So don't allow the stereotype. So I got very worried about that. There was one movie, I try to remember the title, that was shot in Enugu, where I had to cry. Yeah, that, and then of course Battle of Love was another movie that got the better of me in terms of emotions and all that. There are quite a number of them. I can't begin to reel them off right now, but yeah. But the thing is, being an actor, you should be able to adapt to different scenarios. So that's for me how it works.
Moving from the old Nollywood.
Can we stop that? I was waiting for that.
To the new Nollywood.
Don't join in that. There is nothing like old or new Nollywood.
But how have you been able to go through time?
Let me explain it to you.
All right.
There's nothing like old or new Nollywood. You can't say old bank, new bank. There might be emerging banks in an industry, the banking industry, but the banking industry is still banking industry. There's a police barracks, young officers club and go, old officers club and go, who have served. and still go to the reserve. Just like in the army, they go to the reserve. So when you come and say, the industry is industry. If we had had this kind of mindset when we started, we were not even called Nollywood. When our generation started, we had that mindset that the likes of Olabalogu, Wole Soyinka, Babasala, we started calling them old. That's highly disrespectful. Film industry is a film industry. Hollywood is Hollywood. People will definitely come and go. They will definitely come and go. And that's how it is. People fall by the wayside. People make it to the stars. People get to the moon. They become big names. People fall off by the way, by the wayside. So when you now start coming to say, it creates an unhealthy competition, because when you bring that kind of rivalry into it, this generation of actors now, or filmmakers now, will carry that mindset. The next generation come after them will now start competing. It's not a competition. It's work related. It's work. Come, do your thing, and go. The sky is big enough for all the birds to fly, and they can find balances in the various strata in the atmosphere, wherever it is that they decide to go. So let's not start going into that. I hate that thing when I start hearing old Nollywood. There's no such thing. There is no such thing, and there will never be anything like that. Nollywood is Nollywood. Emerging stars will come. The old ones might go away. Some might decide to stay, but that's this. It's an industry that's all for all. All for one for all. That's how it is.
I like the way you ended it.
Yeah.
One for all for one. Now let's talk about the influence of the new age AI digitization in acting. You see that movies are moving from somewhat from cinemas to it moved to the stream platform, and now it's moving to YouTube. For you, this movement, is it a good thing for Nollywood? Or
It's good, because what it does is that it has opened up the space. You can express, there's so many mediums you can use to express yourself. There's the Netflix, there's the Amazon, that's Prime Video and all that. So it's a welcome development. You find your carving niches, YouTube and all that. Find any way that you can express yourself. It's welcome. Like I said, we didn't have that opportunity when we started out, but here we are today. And quite a number of us are actually taking advantage of those streaming platforms and using it to, send the message across. So I think it's a good development for the industry. And then the fact that actually monetizing some of them makes it even better. It's just that the only thing that I find a bit worrisome for me as a person is that we are a bandwagon people. One person starts one thing, everybody goes in that direction until they crash that thing. And then everybody's eye will clear, and that's like, what's the next thing to do? We need to learn how to find your comfort zone. You don't necessarily have to ape anybody. It's not because he works for Mr. A that he must work for you. You can find something around this to do. If you go on YouTube today, the number of films on there, you can't even, I'm sure even the owners of YouTube will wonder what happened with Nigeria, surpassing India and surpassing Hollywood. So let's try to strike a balance and be more and more creative and adapt to all the situations as well.
So as we look to wrap up this, what should we be looking out for, Segun Arinze, in coming weeks, months?
As the day breaks, new things will come up. I'm working, I have some projects I'm doing on, but I'm not one to just go announcing when it's not ready. I don't like to do that. You wait until when the egg is done, it will hatch itself. So what I'm doing some certain projects, and I'll just quietly work. When it's time, we'll do the reveal. That's how it is for me. But I'm enjoying myself so far, so good. I'm having fun.
So clear.
I'm taking it one day at a time.
Very important to do that. Thank you so very much for coming and being on our show this afternoon.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me.